Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Fans Talk 90. Now, I know that it has been quite the football week. Drama everywhere. I have, I don't even know what to say anymore, but we've seen upsets, we've seen amazing scorelines, we've seen comebacks, we've seen humiliation, we've seen premium tears, and we can't wait to talk about it. So,
I know you've seen a lot, but
Alexis,
I was just enjoying football.
why will you not enjoy it? Why will you not enjoy it? Why will you not enjoy it? Back and
United
lost,
is
yeah.
not in the Champions League now.
I was just enjoying football.
But
This is
United is not
football.
in the
Anything can
Champions League,
happen.
so you have to wait to maybe next year or 2 years time. Maybe
Uh,
you would
at
enjoy
least
it.
that's the only joy a Man U fan can get when their team is not playing, in European Championship. So
Mm.
they are free. You can enjoy it. So
Don't
Alexis,
worry.
what do you
We'll
think
be
about
there.
the
We'll be there next
games? A lot happened, right? First, the Coolers lost. Just let's just kick off from there. What do you think?
Yeah, thank you for that very important question. I think it's time for me to vent and express myself and how disappointed I was on Tuesday when my beloved Barcelona um, traveled down to Stamford Bridge and we were unable to impress me and impress all the Barcelona fans out there because it was a shamble outcome. We were below par. We had huge injury issues, but that game like gave us a motivation to doing better because most of our players were back from injury. It was just Pedri that was away, which I kind of feel like Pedri would have changed the game or calmed down the game a bit.
Most
However,
definitely.
it's not a one man thing. Um, there was no strike in front. The attackers were not doing a lot. Lewandowski needed to be fed, but there was no ball getting to him, so he was lost in the game. And then someone like Ferran Torres, who he needs to if he needs to score, he has to get like 10 chances for him to score at least one or two. There were no chances coming his way, so he couldn't deliver. And I really do not know why Hansi Flick did not start a Rafinha or a Rashford in that game. If you watch the last 2 3 minutes of the last 5 10, let's say the last 10 minutes of the game when Rafinha came in, he
There was
you
that
know he gave
urgency,
us
yeah.
he gave us that energy. We were in the box for at least 5 minutes. That did not happen in 60 minutes of that game.
Yeah.
We didn't get to to the half of Chelsea, so it was really sad that we lost that way. Obviously, Chelsea came prepared and they dominated the game. And then another very interesting one was the Arsenal Bayern game. I had to use that one to um, feel better. I just had a feeling that they were going to win, and they've really proven that they are the strongest team on earth. And I think I've mentioned it on this podcast about how
Yeah.
they are the best team in the world. But people compared the Real Madrid to this Arsenal team. I'm like, okay, it's fine, it's fine. Let's not have no points arguing. But we can see now that it's not just based on the name Arsenal because people are used to that name Arsenal being a failure or a team that cannot deliver. But they did, you know. Real Madrid also had a very good outcome during the week. I knew that
Mbappe.
was going to be a cool goal, outfit both teams to score because Real Madrid of recent they're not really doing great. What other teams did we have? What other
There,
big match?
there's the
PSG.
Liverpool.
PSG
Yeah.
Tottenham was crazy. It was goal galore. We saw eight goals come out from that game. Vitinha was top class. Um, what other game? What was the other one you mentioned? The Liverpool. I don't know. Liverpool is in deep shit. They are
But
in big
I
problem
want
right
I,
now.
I would like Daniel to talk about that Liverpool game.
Okay, Daniel, the
I
floor is
think
yours.
So, I just don't. I used to be happy for them. Now I'm like, no, this is becoming bad. But you know, because my team is not that good, so I cannot just focus on them now and be serious about their game. And like I said, I think I said it one time that in Premier League they are bad, but in Europe they can be better, and they were
Yeah.
doing a little bit better. Like the last one we talked about, where you say they were electric against Real Madrid.
Yeah.
So I felt like, okay, European game is kind of different, but no, PSV. Yeah, I watched that game, and PSV was they schooled Liverpool. I just I just don't understand why professional defenders. Van Dijk is one of the best defenders in the world. Why are you catching the ball with your hand? This
What
is not
He's
basketball.
want to change career. Maybe basketball is his new thing.
the
What
memes are
what were you
terrible.
thinking?
Oh my god.
What were you thinking just to catch the ball? I just don't understand. So I feel like Liverpool are in serious crisis now, and I don't see them getting better. From experience. From experience. I am more experienced in this because my team has been in this situation for the past 12 years
It's a
now.
Man U
So
fan.
I can tell you that the coach is leaving. The players are down. So they've decided to down tools. And when players down tools like that, they start making that's when you see a professional player and then one of the best defender in the world catching the ball with his hands because he just doesn't care anymore.
can we
So
can
yeah.
we go back to that conversation on Salah? I think I want to revisit it. Like I had to come out and say, oh yeah, apologies to Salah. He had a fantastic game against Real Madrid, where they were electrifying, but the
Yeah.
world doesn't want to see that. I mean, they really had a very good game against Real Madrid, and the hopes were that, they would come back to being on top, but that did not happen. But for a player like Salah, do you think it's time we start benching him and, looking for other ways? I'm not saying he's a problem, don't misquote me, but I think for a player of that standard, he's not delivering. What should you do?
So for a player of that standard not delivering, I think you need to figure out what the problem is. Because Salah is not a young player. I would say he's a legend. He's a Liverpool legend.
Yeah.
So he's experienced. He knows he knows the team in and out. He has been there for a while. He knows every player. So if I wouldn't want to call Salah the problem because he has always been there. What I would say is um, maybe the system just doesn't work for him. If you look at Salah in a while, he has been working best when he was with Trent Alexander-Arnold, and he thrived with that guy because Arnold knows how to give him every kind of assist. They work together. Now he plays. I don't even know who he
Is it
plays with. Sometimes he
Soboslai
plays
and
with
maybe Kekes?
Szoboszlai.
Yeah.
Sometimes he plays with Frimpong, who has not been available for a while. So these are not Trent's standard. I don't. No, they are not. They are not Trent standard. So I feel like Salah is alone, and that's not the kind of player he is. I know he's the kind of player that knows how to dribble. He can take the game, and he can be the main player of the game. But he still works with his right back. Yeah, he still no. Yeah, his right back. He still works with his right back. And for now, they do not have that kind of right back. And when Salah also tried, they had what's his name? Firmino. Firmino is like a false nine that draws defender out and lets you play inside.
Give
So
Salah
that's why you see
space.
Salah and Mane always
Yeah.
getting the goals
Cotton.
and Firmino not. So they don't have those kind of players anymore. Ekitike is also a false nine, but is still not. It doesn't have that connection with Salah yet, and is the kind of first nine that prefers to draw in, pick the ball, and then move with the attack. Firmino is not that kind of player. Firmino is the kind of player that would draw the defender, but Ekitike keeps the ball and dribbles with the ball, more like a Hurricane kind of first nine. So or Messi kind of first nine. So there are two different kinds of first nine. Firmino is the kind of first nine that doesn't need to even be on the ball. Is a first nine that will just draw the defender. Your duty is just to keep the defenders busy while the wingers pushing.
Yeah.
But Ekitike has been different, and then we also have Isak that likes to move to the wing. Isak is the kind of
Mm.
striker that likes to play on the right and on the left, dribble in and score the goals,
Kind of like
which does
Suarez.
not work for Salah also.
Yeah.
So
And yeah, players like even Harry Kane as well. I mean, Harry Kane has like this free role where he moves. He
Yeah,
doesn't
he
just
moves
stay there.
around, and that's
Yeah,
what helps Gnabry and Luis Diaz and all their players they have. So yeah, I just feel like Salah is not in that environment that has people that will work with him anymore.
yeah,
So I wouldn't say bench him. I would say if the tactics does not work for him, or if you feel like it's not the best for that tactics and a slot is trying to build, then yeah, he can sit on the bench. And if
okay. I mean, I just
yeah,
wanted to put that out there because if they are preparing for life after Salah, they should be thinking of focusing on the ones that they have that they got this summer. Somebody like
they
Isak.
did that, they I think they got Florian Wirtz just for that. But he has not been performing.
Yeah,
That's
he has not
another
really been
problem
playing on that
with
wing. Yeah,
Salah. What?
I said he has not really given that
Yeah, yeah. So
quality.
that's another problem. So they prepared for life after him.
Mm,
Ekitike came in. Isaac, I think they strengthened the attack. The attack they strengthened.
yeah,
They
It
spent
just hasn't
over
clicked
200
yet.
million.
yeah, they haven't clicked.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
So there's nothing about that. It is just the players they brought in are not up to standard yet. They might pick form later, but for now they are not up to that
definitely,
form. So it's
definitely.
affecting Salah in the short
Do
run.
you think do you think Arne Slot will get sacked if they lose two more games?
Two more games, yes. Um, I have my prediction against West Ham, and I do not think they'll win West Ham. I'm sorry, but we'll talk about that when we are talking about prediction. But two more games, they will definitely sack him. It is beyond, according to Jamie Carragher, Liverpool is not a sacking club, but
Yeah,
there are times you get to that expectation. It's like Manchester United. Technically, I don't want to sack a manager because we've been doing that and it's not working. But you get to
Yeah.
this stage where the players themselves, players are like that. And this is what I hate about football. They just choose who they want to play for and who they don't want to play for. It's like seeing as if League, this same team that was playing high line, they were getting it 90% right every time. And now they are struggling to get it right. What happened? The same players, same set of players.
yeah,
They've been training for 2 years and they were getting the high line right, but now suddenly they just decide to, start slipping off, making mistakes, doing whatever they want to do. So players are like that. They choose who they want to play for. They choose when to perform and when not to perform. So that's just I don't want him to get sacked because it's Liverpool, and then if they continue losing, it's going to favor me one way or the other. Maybe we might take their spot at the fifth place or so. So I
okay.
don't want that comeback for them yet.
All right, so let's just pivot to the weekend games then. Let's still maintain that tempo on Liverpool. Daniel already said he doesn't think they'll beat West Ham. Alexis, do you agree?
Yeah, I want to believe that they would have a better outcome against West Ham. It's a tough match, and I'm not even trying to uh, you know have high hopes for them. But I think it will maybe end in a draw, and hopefully they can start getting back to their winning ways.
So on my end, I feel like well, I have a draw on my prediction here. Um, According to my statistics, Liverpool have lost six of their last seven Premier League games. That is embarrassing.
That's
That
crazy.
is embarrassing for
If,
Liverpool.
if you
It's
look at the
crazy.
icons, there's a lot of red.
Compared to Manchester United, who a team that we've been trolling for a long time now. No, Manchester
Yeah,
United is way better in
Yeah,
squad now.
that's this is. I mean, I don't want to say Manchester United is better. We are not better. We are just
I mean, like better in terms of the red.
no, no, no.
In the
I
last nine
just I
games.
will tell you, Manchester United is just we're just there. When we say better, you cannot play against a 10 man Everton and get that performance out of it. So there's nothing like better in that sense. It's,
Okay. Maybe they're just on the same pedestal now, right now.
I feel like we're still worse than Liverpool. Liverpool can come back. There's no chance for Manchester United to come back.
wow, that's a strong statement.
That's a very strong statement coming from a Manchester United fan.
This is
Is
from
this because they
experience,
have better
not just the
players?
statement. Yeah, Liverpool have better players to work with. If you change an slot now and you bring in, I don't know, a better coach or a different coach, the players, they still have that tools, they still have the skills. Isak cannot just, you cannot just get a world class player and then he turns nothing in the next minute. Salah cannot just, turn to, who would I use, Anthony in 2 months. It doesn't
Yeah.
work that way. So Liverpool can still get back, but the chances of Manchester United getting back is totally different.
Okay.
Let's see what they do in the January transfers. Anyways, I know a lot of their fans are looking forward to some strengthening, especially in the middle because Bruno seems isolated. In fact, in recent games, I think Casemiro has put up a better performance than most of the players in that midfield area. So, how do you
When you
feel
say
you're
most
going
of the
to fare
players in the
against
midfield,
Crystal?
is the only midfielder we have. So
What
he's the
about
only
Bruno
one
Fernandes?
playing.
Bruno Fernandez. What?
Bruno Fernandez plays as a midfielder, but I don't know if you guys know Bruno Fernandez. He's not a disciplined player. So Bruno Fernandez is in the team. It's like saying Messi is playing left wing or right wing. You know that Messi comes from any wing. Any wing he needs the ball, that's where
Fair
we go
enough.
to and then
Fair
It's
get
more
the
like a
ball
free
and run.
roll, no?
Yeah, that's the free roll. So Bruno Fernandez on team paper is a midfielder, but when you watch Manchester United game, you will never see him where he's supposed to be, and that is why we keep getting run over in the midfield because the player that is meant to be there, disciplined, do his job as a midfielder, is either at the attack or at the right back or at the wing, doing what no one asked him to do there. So he's there in the midfield, but he's not disciplined enough to maintain position, and that's what you need from midfielder. Look at Caicedo, look at Enzo Fernandez, stay there and control the game. Look at Busquets of Barcelona that year.
Yeah, so how do you think you'd fare against Crystal Palace tomorrow?
Well, against Crystal Palace, I feel like, to be honest, Crystal Palace are still unbeaten at Selhurst Park this season. So I do not think we'll win them. But there's something about Manchester United. We are called the light switch FC for a reason. So they turn it up and then they turn it off. For example, you can go to Liverpool and win them 2-1 and then come back to Everton, 10 men Everton, where everyone,
Yes.
they got the red card. They got the red card at the, I think, 17th minute or so. And we
Yeah,
played
really.
70 minutes. We played 70 good minutes and they still beat us. 10 men beating 11 men. I just don't know how to arrange that statistics. So um we are the light switch FC and we can go to Crystal Palace and dominate them 4-0 and you see people shouting, we are back, we are back. No, we are not back. We are definitely not back. So I would still say a win to Manchester United, but I just want to remind everyone that Crystal Palace is unbeaten at home, and Manchester United just lost 1-0 to 10 men Everton.
All right. Alexis, what do you think about the Chelsea Arsenal game? I think Arsenal are also coming to the bridge, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Yes. The Arsenal will be at Stamford Bridge, London, on Sunday, and that is the game of the week. We all know that's the game of the week. Coming from
Yeah.
the Champions League games, seeing how Arsenal defeated Bayern Munich and Chelsea crushed Barcelona. We just have to watch these games. We just have to. Chelsea is sitting on the second position now on the table. uh, they are there for a reason. So it's not a walkover. It's not just looking at how beautiful Arsenal has played so far, but also spotting how Chelsea have, slowly creeped, to the top.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
climbing. We didn't really see it. Honestly, we didn't really see it, and maybe we are seeing it now because um, Liverpool is fumbling and Manchester City is also inconsistent. But we wouldn't take it away from them that they have been playing beautiful football of recent. It's gonna be a tough one. I'm gonna make out time and make sure that I watch that game from start to finish. And obviously, you know who I would be supporting. It's definitely Arsenal. Arsenal has to take it for me. because this is the revenge for me. If Barcelona
Oh, yeah,
cannot do it,
very much.
Arsenal has to do it for me. And on Wednesday when they had the game against Bayern, I fully supported Arsenal, and not just because I wanted the you know to smile somewhere else, but really I kind of understand their football style, and we cannot take it away from them that they're the best team in the world right now, and they are there for a reason. You call them corner FC, set piece FC. We call them these things for a reason. Beautiful defenders, solid defenders. So many creative midfielders. And I want to see Zubimendi against Caicedo. Caicedo is world class. Like we cannot even just come and start talking about him like he's one of the upcoming midfielders. He's world class. What he did against my team. Nah, it showed a lot. His tackles, his positioning, and all of that. So people like Saka, Eze, Odegaard is back, Martinelli is back. So we have players who are who are really, really, really going to be very, very instrumental for the team Arsenal. And same with Chelsea, seeing James playing in a different role, somewhere in the midfield, trying to
Yeah.
organize the team and all. It's just beautiful. I'm definitely going to enjoy that match, and I have to watch that match at all by all means. And so my prediction will be 2-1 to Arsenal.
So Arsenal. Daniel, what do you think? Do you think Chelsea have a better chance of winning that game than Arsenal?
No, I do not think Chelsea have a better chance of winning the game than Arsenal, but I think Chelsea has a better chance of surprising people than Arsenal. So, one thing about Chelsea Arsenal is you always don't predict the score. It's more like a Manchester derby or El Clasico. It doesn't
Yeah.
matter who is in form. It's a derby. A derby is a derby. So Madrid can be in form all year, and Barca will catch them and trash them. And it's happened. It has happened all season, all year. So the same is going to happen this time. Um, I'm not saying Chelsea will win just because I feel like they're going to win, but I just have to go against Alexis' prediction and believe that Chelsea would do the 2-1 against Arsenal. So it's the same 2-1 I am predicting. I know both teams will score. I know Chelsea will definitely score. I know Arsenal has the best defense and whatever, but Chelsea always find a way to score teams. And I think they haven't. No, I don't think any team has kept a clean sheet against them this season. So yeah, they'll definitely score goals, and Arsenal would also score goals. I just I just know it's the Premier League, and I know that upsets are bound to happen. Something will happen. Maybe a red card, maybe a referee decision. Something that will change the game, and you see Chelsea going in.
All right then. City leads. I know this one seems straightforward, but like you said, it's the Premier League, and upsets do happen, even to the greats, even to the greats. But do you think this is something that would add to City's chase of the title?
City chase of the title. Yes. I feel like this is the time for City to bounce back. They just lost two in a row. They lost to Newcastle and then they lost to
Mhm.
Bayer Leverkusen. So I feel like this is when they need to bounce back to life, back to life, back to reality. We still have Alan in form. Um, I worry about their wingers. Who is the winger? Checky and the other guy on the other side. I don't even know who really plays. Is it?
Doku, right?
Oh yeah. Oh Doku. No, I'm not worried about Doku. Yeah. So it's Checky I'm worried about then. Yeah, I still don't think they are getting up to that form in supplying Alan yet. Bernardo Silva is getting old. I think their problem is still, bringing this new team and the old team to work together.
Together. Yeah.
So Guardiola is still struggling with that, how to set up his team. But I feel like they have the players. Once Guardiola figure it out how to set up that team, I think they would give Arsenal a run. They might not catch up, but they will give Arsenal a run. So yeah, I'm expecting at least 3 goals from Manchester City. Maybe Leeds get one back. So let's say 3-1.
All
Yeah,
right.
hopefully.
So Alex,
Yeah, so hopefully Man City wins that game. Um, Man City is like a switch this season. You just don't know what they're gonna give you. So you're hoping that their best outcome would come against certain teams, but they end up
yeah,
drawing or not winning. So I don't want to say much about this City, and that's because I don't know I don't know what to say. I've lost hope in them so far. That hope is them winning the title. I was going for them to win the title this season, but I don't see them doing that. And with the way Arsenal is going, I hope they don't bottle it. I hope they don't bottle it.
Yeah, I was
Uh,
gonna say that when you talked about Arsenal. One thing about the Premier League games is, they always tend to turn up when there is no pressure. To be honest, the
mm,
Chelsea Barcelona does not come with as much pressure as that same game next year. If Chelsea Barcelona play again next year, the outcome will be totally different. Really totally different. Same as Bayern Arsenal. So when the pressure is there, you see players start, making silly mistakes or not turning up again. That's the problem with Premier League teams. It happens with Manchester United a lot. When everything seems calm, that's when you see them playing like a world best team. And when games are expected to win, they just fumble. So Premier League teams are having all the fun now. That's fine, but let's get to where it really matters, which is the knockout stage. And then
yeah.
you see that
mm.
the other European team, the Spanish team, the German team, and French team, they come back to life and they start dominating again.
Liverpool were on top of the table last season in the Champions League, and Barcelona was second. Surprisingly, PSG, took the trophy. So yeah,
Yeah, and I think they played twice. PSG, Liverpool last season. They played twice, if I can remember. I think Liverpool dealt with them during the group stage, and then in the semis,
yeah.
PSG eliminated them. So I don't Premier League and Champions League
But it's
table.
football, like it's football in general, because it's
Yeah, we are meant to enjoy it
yeah,
at this moment,
yeah,
but when it
it's
gets serious,
longer, and there's so many matches. There are cup, games to be played. There's the league, and then this is where your squad depth comes in. This is where your second bench, comes in as well. Like
yeah, this
you
is
just
why I
have
feel
to
like
come up.
Arsenal would have the edge somewhere
Yeah,
because they have that depth
Yeah, they
right
do
now.
have that squad there,
yeah,
and in quality as well. So, final game we'll talk about in the EPL. Nottingham Forest, Brighton. Now, Forest have had quite well, is 2 or 3 games a run, but their last few games, for a team that looked like they had lost it, they are starting to get more confident. I think they won their game in Europa as well. They go to Anfield and beat Liverpool again. And do you think that they're starting to find their feet, and Brighton will just be one more of their victims?
Well, this is a two different kind of football we're about to witness. Brighton playing the possession based football, play from the back, tap to the midfield to the strikers and then score. Why Nottingham Forest is Park the Boss FC. Sean Dyche,
Yeah.
legendary Park the Boss FC. So um, I think for games like this are where Nottingham Forest will thrive because once you are able to pack the bus, Brighton plays long possession ball. They play possession based football. So that is this kind of game is where long ball thrive. So now Nottingham Forest they have Chris Wood, very good at those kind of ball. So now Nottingham Forest can do those things they want to do easily. So I'm expecting Nottingham Forest to win this game.
yeah. Not to say
All right.
much. I expect the same thing for them. They just defeated Liverpool last weekend. So carrying that
I
momentum.
don't really take anybody that defeat Liverpool serious again.
No, it's the momentum that comes with it. It's not just about taking someone serious. It's the momentum that comes with it, and they've been struggling. They're sitting in 16th position on the table, and yeah, 16th position, and this will be the time for them to really energize themselves and start getting the winnings. So yeah, I think they would win 3-1 or 3-0 at home.
So
Okay.
I would give the win to Forest as well, but I can't be sure of the scoreline. So in the La Liga, we have Real Madrid, Atletico, and and Barca all having games this weekend, and Madrid is playing away to Girona. Uh, Girona have a pretty. I hope I'm not misstating this, but they have had a slightly not great season so far. But Girona is always a stubborn team. Always. In fact, even till date, regardless of Barcelona's form, I do not sit well whenever we have to play Girona because they're a team that can decide that today we are going to take these guys down, and that's just because that's what's going to happen, and then they go and lose their next four games, and now they have the home advantage against Madrid. Do you think Madrid can pull off, something to keep their title race alive? Because if I'm not mistaken, they're on the same points as Barca now,
They have 1 point ahead of Barca.
1 point ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, so I don't see any surprises. They can do that with Barcelona. Even Real Oviedo can do that with Barcelona against Barcelona. But for Real Madrid, I see them winning this. It might not be an easy one playing in Genona's home, but I see Real Madrid taking this one. But it's just something about Real Madrid right now. If you are a pundit, you're someone who bets, just put both teams to score and you're fine. Real Madrid are going to concede in this game. Just just take that. Um, so they just have this had this habit of conceding in their home. Same with Barcelona. I mean, I'm not going to take that out because our highline is dead and all. But yeah, they are going to win away from home.
So, Daniel, I know you're not a La Liga stan, but do you think Madrid can take that form from the Champions League to the La Liga this weekend?
Like I think I was talking to you about taking from form from one place to another. I think we are
Yeah.
talking about the World Cup qualifiers at that time. I don't really see team taking one form from one competition to another. They are two different kind of competition. Um, Girona have been at home for like a week practicing Real Madrid, getting ready for Real Madrid. Real Madrid are just going to get back, hey guys, let's train. We are having Girona tomorrow, and they train for like 2 days, and they are ready again to go. So I don't like to bring one form from one league to another, and I can see that Real Madrid lost their last game against, I can't remember the club. Is it Elche?
No,
Or was it they
it was
played?
a draw. Was it
It
two
was
two
a draw.
draw?
I think it was a goalless
Oh, it
draw.
was a draw.
Was it 2-2 draw?
Yeah. 2-2.
Oh,
Yeah.
last time I
Elche,
saw it.
Elche scored first, Real Madrid equalized, Elche scored again, and Real Madrid equalized for the second time. It was a good game.
Yeah. So I still feel like Real Madrid are still the team. They're on top of the table. It's hard to bring them down. The only time, one thing about La Liga is once you're up there, you feel like you are winning that. So that's the only thing that's going to push you. Keep playing, keep winning. And Madrid, they always know how to find their way to win games. So they can be winning 2-0, losing 2-0, and you know 90 plus. Madrid will just do their thing, and the score changed to like 4-2. So um, I'm not saying they are Madrid. What
Yeah,
I'm
you
saying
said
is
it now.
they
It's
always
it's
find
mine.
a way to win. They always find a way
I
to
knew
win,
it the
and they have those
way.
players that can bring nothing from something from nothing. Sorry, they have those players that can bring something from nothing. So they have Mbappe, Vinicius. I know they are having issues with the coach right now, but I still believe they are players that can change the game anytime.
All right. So while we start to round up, Barcelona, Deportivo Alaves. Personally, I think Barca is going into that game with a point to prove. And from reports, Pedri might feature in that game. He's back training with the squad, but I know Flick would probably not, most likely will not start him, but there's a chance that he would at least get to touch grass. Daniel, do you think Barca will win that game, or it would just
Yeah,
be a
I always
repetition of?
think, like I said earlier, the team at the top is there, and Barcelona feel like they are going to catch them, 1 point behind. So if they were like 5 points behind now, I would say okay, yeah, they might not really want to play for anything again, but they are 1 point behind. They would definitely do that. My issue with Barcelona at the moment is their defense, and team has been able to figure out how to hack that structure, and they are doing it. But the coach is not ready to the coach is not ready to say I'm going to change my system, and he's not doing that in the field also. So the every what it's like Manchester United. You know that this team are coming with Bruno and Casemiro in midfield, and we all know that Casemiro is 33 years of age. He cannot run. Bruno is not disciplined. What do? Put their midfield on the run, flood their midfield with players. So the same as Barcelona, you know that this team are coming without any with high line. Their defense is up to the midfield. How do you hack it? Chelsea did it perfectly. Leave one player in the offside position, leave him, let him be offside. It's not a problem. But from the wing, send the crossing and then let them run. That race now, the player in the offside position gets to a certain place that is no longer offside, and then you are good to go. So that's just my issue. But I feel like if they are able to fix their defense, then Barcelona should be able to win that
Alexis, do you think Araujo should start this
Oh
game
no,
against?
game.
oh no, oh no. Before you even complete your statement, no. Araujo needs to. I mean, when there was an opportunity for us to sell him, I think this past summer transfer
Somewhere.
window, um, you know, it didn't go. I mean, I can't remember what happened, but I think it's high time we sold him and look for someone who has strength and also
What do you mean
has the
someone who has strength?
brilliance.
It looks like
You
the
know,
strongest defender in your team,
it's not about
apart from
strong
Kunde.
by. It's not about your strength by physicality. That's not it, because that is the strength he showed by pulling down Cucurella. Exactly, that's the strength he showed. He showed that he has the strength to pull down anybody. But that's
Kick
not.
him out completely.
Can't stop talking about Inigo Martinez. Inigo Martinez is far older. He has the experience, fine, but he does not make silly mistakes like that. You might not tag him the best defender, but there was just something about him and the high line last season. He was the orchestrator. He was in charge of that,
Yeah.
of controlling the high line. Arao cannot control the high line. Kubasi could try, but Kubasi alone cannot do that. And then we had this whole change. I think I even saw a better control with Kubasi and Christensen.
I don't understand why Christensen isn't starting ahead of Araujo.
I'm pretty sure they are playing him safe because first of all, Araujo is younger and Christensen is prone to injury. They're trying to be careful not using him anyhow. But I still prefer him. And even Eric Gracia. Eric Garcia has this thing. I don't know. He's played almost in every wing except the forwards.
Top nine.
Um, he's played in midfield. He's played at right back. He's also played in defense, and he's been doing well in this position. So I would even prefer to start him and just bench Araujo. Araujo is not the type of defender that we need right now. Based on what Hansi Flick is trying to give the world, and playing against opposition, you cannot have that physicality and use it just anyhow. You have to have
Mm.
composure. You need to know when to run. You need to know when to mark. You need to know when to, apply some defensive strategy, not just pulling down people,
Yeah.
defenders or players just like that. So um, Pedri coming back, I just wish that he could start that game. I know he's definitely not going to start the game. He has to. They have to take time to watch him closely. What I would like to see is Rafinha in midfield. Behind the striker, because Femi Lopez
Yeah.
is out injured again. So I'd like to
Would
see
you
him
put
behind.
on the left? Oh, Yamal. Okay.
Yamal will be there, and then we have Rashford at the other side, and not Femi, and not Ferran Torres. If Hansi Flick starts Ferran Torres in that game, then I'm not even gonna care about the game. I think he's not learning. He's not taking lessons from the few games that Ferran Torres has played. If it
What
is
is
a
wrong with
smaller
Ferran
team,
Torres?
Ferran Torres on the wing, no.
Then he
Ferran
plays
Torres on the
10.
wing, huh?
Then he plays 10, attacking midfield.
He can't play 10. He has to play. He has to play top nine. But Lewandowski is back.
Okay.
Yeah. His best trait in recent time has been making those runs and feeding off the passes that come in.
Yeah,
Because even though originally he has always been a winger, but
yeah,
he has I think I can boldly say that since he's coming to Barca, he has not performed on the wing. And Flick coming in just found a
yeah,
better use of his pace and you know his clinicality that can go off and on. Because let me look at the chance he threw away at
yeah. That's the
Chelsea.
thing.
The goal at your mercy.
Yeah, that's the thing. When you see him play, when you see him play like that, you'll be like, "Oh, he's even scoring goals. Oh, he's back the
Yeah, that's why I
brace.
was asking what's wrong with him
Oh,
because
he's back
when I
the
watch him,
brace. Oh,
it looks good.
nice." But before those two goals, or even the single goal that he scores, he has missed loads of chances, loads of clear chances. We saw it against Chelsea. That would have given us momentum to even play better, you know. And then someone like Araujo could have just waited to the second half. I'm still paying from that game. I won't lie. That's why I keep going back to it. Araujo would have just waited to the second half, even if it means us conceding again. Wait to the second half and be taken off. And then I saw the handshake with Hansi Flick. Like, is this a plan? Were you guys planning to lose? Why are you shaking someone who's we are sitting 18 position in the Champions League, and then you are you
Is
are
it
you
still
are
18? I thought you guys have gone up to like 12 now. So
18, bro. They played yesterday. The ones that played
Wednesday.
on Wednesday, they had a better outcome, so we had to move down. We were there
Ah.
for some hours.
oh wow, 18. That's not bad. That's not bad. You still have a chance to qualify.
Oh,
So
definitely. I'm qualifying. I'm not even worried about that. Most of my players are back. I'm happy about my players being back. You will not understand
that's what
how
you said last
happy.
week until
No, you will
it
not
happened.
understand how happy I am for a particular player and that player is Rafinha. You will not understand. Because you see that pressure on Yami Yamal, everyone hating him and him also, put himself under unnecessary pressure. Hmm? That could have been
Hmm.
taken just take it away from Yamal and use the other side of the wing. And that's where we see Rashford performing. Yamal
Yeah,
has a
I
lot to
think
do to
I think
rest.
that was the issue with the last game against Chelsea because Cucurella just dealt with Yamal and the
I don't
other
know why
wingers.
people say Cucurella dealt with Yamal. I don't even understand. Yes, he locked him. He did lock him, but Yamal had chances where one on one, he dealt with Cucurella as well. So it's just that the outcome turned out to be, them losing, Barcelona losing.
The outcome turned out to be Cucurella got better performance than Yamal. That's what we meant by dealt with. So it's a face to
Oh,
face.
definitely. Now,
It's
if
like
you win
boxing.
and you stop him,
You,
and why would the world see this little thing that he has done?
yeah, if Barcelona had won, then we'll say Yamal dealt with Cucurella.
Exactly, that's the point. If he won, then you say, okay, maybe he gave an assist or even scored himself. People would say, oh yeah, it was a better performance. But I'm just trying to tell you, and I think we had this conversation before about how we only look at, oh yeah, because you've won and you've seen some certain chances being converted or certain defender holding that player like Yamal. we just say that oh Yamal did not perform. But yeah, Yamal is Yamal. Esteval Yamal conversation should not start now. Esteval should
It should.
go
It
and
should,
win
please.
trophies. When he was won trophies, then we can now put him on that level with Yami Yamal.
I enjoyed the game. I enjoyed Estaval.
We all did.
You did not.
No,
You
we
did
all
not.
did.
No, you did not. You did not enjoy Estaval. You saw what he did to Kubasi and your defense. No, I don't think you would. I don't think you would sit
Yamal,
down and say,
Yamal can do that now. Yeah,
of
that's the
course, we
thing.
know he can do that.
Yeah, so don't make it seem as if we are trying to. It's no comparison for now. It's no comparison for now. Anyway, we've come to the point where we lost Dennis. We're losing Joshua now. So I think we should wrap up. Just ask you one final game.
Okay.
The Dortmund Bayern Leverkusen, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. What do you think about
Whew.
that game?
I know Bayern Leverkusen are not that team that is on form right now. I know they are not performing as they should. So I think I would just settle for Dortmund. Dortmund
Okay.
to win Bayern Leverkusen.
Bayern playing St. Pauli, that should be a win for them. AS
They're gonna come
Roma,
back.
AS Roma, Paris Saint Germain is another big one. Um, Definitely, I see PSG with the same vibe that they brought in to that game during the week. I see them winning. AS Roma, AS Monaco at home. Yes, AS Monaco is at home, so yeah, I think they'll take the lead. The win.
Yeah, Monaco. I want to watch Monaco again and see Boba. I miss
Yeah,
watching
yeah, it's
Boba.
good to have him back. It's really good to have him back after how many years away from
Yeah.
the spotlights. All right. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you very much, Daniel
Everyone.
and Dennis, who who left us quite early, and now Joshua's left
Yeah.
us. So we just have to wrap up here. And I don't know if you have anything to say to us, Daniel.
Thank you. I can't wait to watch the game this weekend. It's gonna be a lot of football. Lots of football to enjoy. So I'm ready. I'm ready to enjoy the weekend.
Awesome, awesome. See you guys there.